Hi, I'm back, your health hacker here to chat about PCOS. PCOS is short for polycystic ovary syndrome. I was diagnosed with PCOS by my gynecologist when I was struggling to fall pregnant. His words were to me, "You will not be able to fall pregnant naturally. You will need medical help." Wrong words to say to me, as I see it as a challenge, not to prove him wrong, but to find out if it truly is the only option for me. It's my life, my body, and I want to be in control and have more than one option. True or true? When something is given a medical name, we automatically think we cannot do anything about it. I'm here today to tell you, you can. I'm always looking for holistic approaches first. I know my body is a very sufficient machine. It just needs the right support. I struggled 4 years to fall pregnant. I'm sure I had shares in pregnancy tests. I can recall twice I went through 6 months with no period. The upside, or at least I thought it was an upside, was the light periods that I had. I just thought I was lucky. I never linked it to PCOS. I also didn't ovulate. We weren't sure if I'm ovulating. We didn't know when I was ovulating. So just the cherry on top. And also, not to mention the acne. I never knew it was part of PCOS. I went to a dermatologist and he just had a look, didn't say much, didn't check anything, and decided he wants to put me on acne medication, which of course I just ignored and thought, okay, I'll try another option. Years later only, I found out that acne is one of the symptoms of PCOS. To quickly touch back onto the acne medication, I've had a male friend that was on acne medication for years when he and his wife tried to fall pregnant. And they found that he had maybe 3% healthy sperm. The doctor said to him it can be linked to his acne medication. So, yes, I'm very thankful I didn't go that route. I didn't need extra issues. Also, noting all of this happened 1999 to 2004, which means I had no Dr. Google or YouTube. I had very limited information or knowledge about what was going on inside my body. Something I suspected, but wasn't sure of, was that my high stress levels might be contributing to it because I was quite highly strung, very serious, owning my own business and working long hours. And that might add to the PCOS problem. I was expecting so much from myself and then still wanted to deal with the pregnancy on top of all of that. This was something of my reasoning that I had, me, myself, in my mind. Remember, I had no clever Google or YouTube. Does any of this ring true to you? So finally, I found a reflexologist, which helped my body to detox, de-stress, and most of all, to relax. I combined the visits with a naturopath, and guess what? Her words were to me, "Darling, the most natural thing in the world is to fall pregnant." And then she simply smiled, and about a month or two later, I was pregnant. I had a very healthy pregnancy, and I was obviously over the moon. I learned through it all that there is a lot of space for natural holistic therapies, but it takes a bit more effort. I opted for reflexology as I'm not scared to try different approaches, and I read that reflexology is one of the best treatments to relax your body on a cellular level. The naturopath helped me by doing an intense liver cleanse for me. It was not a pleasant experience. I had to take off a whole weekend to do the treatment, as you have to be very close to a toilet. It was quite awful, but I can't remember all the details of the cleanse. It was 20 years or so ago. But I will leave Dr. Rowan's details in the description below if it is something you would want to do. You may be wondering, how does cleansing your liver help you falling pregnant? Your liver is the soldier of your body and has the most function in the body. When the liver struggles, most of your body struggles. I didn't ask too many questions at that stage and just trusted the natural approach. The liver is the largest, as I just said, and the most complex organ gland in the body, other than the skin. I don't want to bore you with all the medical details. I guess that it makes sense to start with the liver and then take it from there. It was my thought pattern at that stage, at least. I found the therapist through referrals from my clients, but you can also find therapists through the Allied Health Professions Council of South Africa. I think America's also got an Allied Health Professions Council. When I studied reflexology, I learned more, and that is why PCOS makes more sense to me today. I started studying reflexology because the whole process of me struggling to fall pregnant and finding out a bit more about my body through a reflexologist made me very curious, very interested. And I decided, why not? Let's add that to my list of things that I do. I learned that infertility is related to the stomach meridian, which is your energy pathways in your body. And this is further understood and treated as acid-alkaline imbalance. So having a diet high in sugar and refined carbs add to your acid-alkaline imbalance. It makes your body actually more acidic. More acidity, the viruses and bacteria loves it. So it makes havoc with hormones, and the list just carries on. If you would like me to go into more details on the stomach meridian, leave a comment and let's see what I can do. I'm not going to bore you with all the biological details for now. I might do a video on that at a later stage. A lot of people don't really know what refined carbs are, so I will give you a list in the description for free. I believe that between cleansing my liver and then de-stressing my body with reflex sessions, it gave my body the boost to take a step back and have new energy to handle a pregnancy. I also made a few dietary changes. I cut down on sugary things and switched to healthier carbs. Start eating plain yogurt. I added more vegetables to my diet. This whole journey made me decide to study reflexology. As I mentioned, I believed it was one of the major treatments that assisted with my PCOS. Studying reflexology made everything a bit more clearer. I could connect the dots more, and it was just the most amazing self-discovery adventure and made me understand my body and conditions of the body 10 times better. Would you be interested in a video on better alternatives to sugar and refined carbs? Let me know. If you found this video helpful, smash that button, hit subscribe, and join the Health Hacker community for more life-changing health tips. And what's one thing you wish you had known earlier about infertility? Drop it below. Let's do this.